Hello everyone, Gary from Coding Pals here, and today we'll be taking a look at the CCC 2020 J1 dog treats. I'll be first reading the problem, then explaining my thought process, and then finally solving this. Dog treats. Barley the dog loves treats. At the end of the day, he is either happy or sad, depending on the number of and size of treats he receives throughout the day. The treats come in three sizes: small, medium, and large. This happiness score can be measured using the following formula: 1 times S plus 2 times M plus 3 times L, where S is the number of small treats, M is the number of medium treats, and L is the number of large treats. If Barley's happiness score is 10 or greater, then he's happy. Otherwise, he's sad. Determine whether Barley is happy or sad at the end of the day. So input specification. There are three lines of input. Each line contains a non-negative integer less than 10. The first line contains the number of small treats, S. The second line contains the number of medium treats, M. And the third line contains the number of large treats, L, that Barley receives in a day. Output specification. If Barley's happiness score is 10 or greater, output happy. Otherwise, output sad. So let's take a look at example input 1, right? The input is 310 with 3 small treats, 1 medium cheese, and 0 large treats. And we can put this into the formula we see above. The small treats having a happiness score of 1, the medium treats each having a happiness score of 2, and the large treats each having a happiness score of 3. So we can do 1. So since there are 3 small treats, that means you have to do 3 times 1, which is still 3. And then there's 1 medium cheese, so you have to do 1 times 2, which is 2. And then there's 0 large cheese, so this is 0. So then we add these together, 3 plus 2, which is 5. So in the end, the barley's happiness score will be 5. And since it's not greater or equals to 10, that means he'll be sad. That's why the output of example input 1 is sad. And then let's take a look at the example input 2. The input being 3, 2, 1. 3 small trees, 2 medium trees, and 1 large trees. Then we can put this into the formula again. Small trees having a value of 1, medium having a value of 2, and large having a value of 3. So since there are 3 small trees, 3 times 1 equals to 3. That means, and then there's 2 medium trees, 2 times 2 equals to 4. And then lastly, there's 1 large tree, which is 1 times 3 equals to 3. At the end, you just plus these together. 3 plus 4 plus 3 will equals to 10. And then, since it's 10, Barley will be happy. So that's the entire thought process of this question. Now let's actually code it into uh, a coding form. So now let's fire up IntelliJ. As I mentioned in the class, go to SSD file, right click it, click on new, click on scratch file, and then you should scroll down until you can see Java. But in this case, Java is on the top of the thing list since I already selected it before. Press this, and that file should appear. So again, the first thing you have to do every time when we are trying to code a problem like this, we have to import the scanner class for the program to actually be able to read the inputs that we give it, that the system give it. So let's import java.util.scanner with as being capitalized, remember, since in Java everything is case sensitive. Now let's create a scanner class. So scanner, and I prefer calling this S, but you can call it whatever you want, and then type in new scanner. And then in the bracket type in system.in. And now is the scanner class created. So in the problem we're required to take in 3 integer inputs for small, medium, and large. So let's first do the small. We have to do them in order since they're inputted in a specific order. So let's first do small. Let's create an integer variable, name it small, and let's make it, we have to do s.nextInt since we're taking an integer from the input section. And the next one let's do medium. So the same thing as the next int. Don't forget the semicolon at the end. And then the last one being a large integer as the next int. And then boom, done. Now for this specific program, let's actually calculate out Barley's happiness score using the three integer we have. Since with the three integers that we have right here, it's enough for us to actually calculate Barley's happiness score. So let's create another int called score, and let's put in a formula. So the first one being small with a value of 1, so times 1, plus medium, each with a value of 2, so times 2, plus large, each with a value of 3, times 3. Don't forget the semicolon at the end, and then boom. And now to determine whether if Barley's happiness score is over 10 or not, we have to use if statement. So if, let's say, score is greater or equals to 10, we're going to output happy. And remember the output syntax that we use, system.out.print ln. In the bracket, we're going to type in happy. And since happy is a string, we're going to put quotation mark outside of it to indicate that it's a string. And now, like if the score is below 10, in this case, it'll be output sad. So if the score is not greater or equals to 10, that means the only possibility will be that the score is below 10. So we don't have to type in else if, we just have to type in else brackets, and then if it's below 10, that means we'll output sad. And don't forget the quotation mark and the semicolon at the end. And boom, this should be everything done for this program. And since let's go through it again. So at the first, we have to import the scanner class to actually take input from the system, and then we're gonna create a scanner class, and then we're gonna create three integers: small, medium, and large, each taking an integer input. So the first integer that they put in will be a small, second integer will be medium, and third integer will be large. And then we have to calculate the final happiness score using the formulas, which is small times 1 plus medium times 2 plus large times 3. And then we just have to compare the score to the number 10 that they gave us in the output in the question. And if it's greater or equals to 10, that means we'll output happy. Otherwise, we'll output sad. And that's the entire method done. Let's go back to the browser. We have to go on the top right corner. We can submit solution. Over here, type in search Java, and we're gonna use Java 8. And remember what I said in class? We have to copy and paste everything within the main function onto the dmod thing. So we just have to copy this part, copy it, and we don't have to copy the import part since, like you can see over here, it already imported java.util. This star, symbol basically means that we'll import everything within java.util. Since the scanner class package is within the java.util package, that means it will import the scanner automatically for us. So just to copy and paste everything in the main function, and then double check it, everything is correct, and then click submit button. Wait for it to load, probably just a few seconds. And sometimes it might take a long. Let's just click on the submit button. And sometimes it will take a long time to actually process our submission. Oh, you just wait a few seconds and it should end up with your end result. And then you can see your final score being 15 out of 15, which is the max score you can get from the question. And yeah, that's how you do CCC 2020 J1. And in 2020 J1, we use the if else statement from Java. So And that's exactly what we talked about in the last previous class. And that's it for this tutorial, and see you guys next time.